There'll be some endgame spoilers here, but all the spoilers happened in part 1 of this Borderlands 4 review, so go check out last video if you want to see thoughts on story and everything. Court is back in session, and now let's go finish this verdict. So, to give a quick thoughts on this before we hop into every little thing, which isn't really much for the endgame of Borderlands 4, after playing the endgame, I am disappointed because there is not much to do. There's no reason for me to really play the game. No reason for me to do the UBHM stuff when I have only the Bloom Reaper to fight, and that's really it for content. So I think without me wasting more time, let's get deeper into the mess of this endgame. I am not at all impressed with this endgame. What do you mean there's literally nothing to do in this endgame? All you got was the addition of the Bloom Reaper, the 6 UBHM levels, and that's it. Because I'm going to be honest, I farmed a boss for I think about like 3 hours. I straight up just quit. I couldn't get any items I was looking for. I couldn't even get the item I was looking for. Couldn't even get that thing to drop once. Because I figured out that when I was farming at some point, they had the little event going on with increased legendary drop rates. And I think they disabled it at some point. I cannot be for certain, but I don't really enjoy this game. Like, the fact that there is literally nothing to do, I have no reason to farm. Like, why would I want to go through all 6 UBHM levels to go fight, well, nothing. Like, there's no slaughter shafts, not even a single takedown, not even trials from Borderlands 3. Like, I take trials, but I'm just disappointed with this game. Because, yeah, I'll come back and play the DLCs and everything, but currently at this stage in the game, I'm not too impressed. Believe it or not, there's a few things I like about Borderlands 4's lack of an endgame. Because I do really like the encore machines, how you don't have to quit the game, save the game, do all this, extra few minutes of waiting so you can just farm a boss. The fact that they give a little pink portal at the end of every boss fight so you can hop back to the vending machines and all this stuff, hit the encore machine, and do it all again. It's one of the best decisions in this game because I mean you shouldn't be running out of money. If you at least pick up a good, I'm gonna say 10 purples, like 5, 10, whatever, good amount of purples, maybe everything that the boss drops, you should be able to make all that money back really fast. And my next favorite part of this game, hint, 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 the part, is the weapon part. So every weapon can roll with a Torg barrel, a Jacob's grip, and, a TDR stock. I don't really know the logistics of all that. Quote me if I'm wrong. But I do really like that every weapon can feel really cool and different from one another, which is also kind of a downside because if you're looking for a specific weapon, because one of the ones I was farming for, I mentioned in the little endgame section, was the bod with sticky Torg rounds. I, for the life of me, cannot get a bod, or that one in particular, so it's double-edged sword. And the last one I have here, because I won't lie, I didn't really try out all the endgame stuff. I got so ticked off with trying to enjoy this game, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it, is the Bloom Reaper. Now, I don't know what it's like in UBHM, but he's a really fun fight. I enjoyed everything he brought. My only question is why wasn't this at launch? Why was this a post-launch content update? I don't understand why I had to wait for a raid boss, which in turns means everyone was able to get the best builds, get the best parts, the best whatever the other system is with the benefits, buffs, whatever. It just doesn't make any sense to me why the Bloom Reaper wasn't there at launch. I mean, I know why. Because, you want to pad out, make sure the game looks like it's live and well, but it really ruins the point of the game, which is going to lead me into my next section. Alright, so I made a list of 5 things I cannot stand in Borderlands 4. So the first one I have on this list is drop rates. Now, I'm not asking for a Borderlands 3, everything drops super easily, you can get it in the first run. But I am asking for the little event they did with the legendary drop rates. Please make that a permanent thing. There is no reason I should be going like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours with not even a legendary I'm looking for. Which, you may complain, you may say, yeah, that sounds fun, or, oh, just get lucky. It's like, I don't want to sit, I don't have all the time in the world to sit there forever farming one item for like 8 hours a day. It's entirely different because, Borderlands 3, I was able to get that item, maybe an anointment, maybe an element within the first, at most an hour, because it's a little ridiculous having to farm for that long. And the next one I have on this notes I did is the primordial vaults. They should have been trials in essences of Borderlands 3's. Because I sat there and I was like, oh, this is it? I didn't feel all too impressive with them. Really cool. I like the bosses at the end, even though all 3 of them are pretty much the same boss with different mechanics and colors. They should have so much more could have been done with these vaults. And the next one, God forbid, I don't understand what they were thinking, but the modifiers. And don't get me wrong, I liked Borderlands 3, I liked some of the modifiers, but after a while, that you get so tired of them. I got tired of playing with the modifiers. And the fact that they brought it back from level 1 all the way up till endgame until whenever the hell they feel like just giving you the option to turn it off. I hate these modifiers. Because you got the invincibility ones, the invisibility ones, the health related ones, and the vampiric health, the regeneration, contagious, all these stupid ones that absolutely ruin the fun that there can be. I had more fun just close my eyes and just turn off the game personally, if you ask me. And this also goes into the next one is UBHM. Now, I have a huge problem with replaying games, but I can replay levels to an extent. But there is no reason that these modifiers are present in these missions. Because I think it's when you go into UBHM2, every enemy you kill has a black hole. Which, when you got a really decent build killing enemies, it just pops 500 black holes and there's nowhere you can go, which instantly downs you. I don't find that fun. I like the black holes. I don't like dealing with 500 of them. And this is where I quit playing this game. Because I saw what I had to do for 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and I was like, dude, this is a whole Wonderlands issue again. Maybe not as excessively, but if they keep going with adding more levels to UVHM, I don't know how much longer I'm going to play this game. Because the issue with Wonderlands is every update they kept adding more and more chaos levels to the chaos chambers. Which, sure, I mean, you didn't have to do it, but all the endgame was in the chaos chamber, so that's the biggest problem with it. That's why I quit Wonderlands. And I'm hoping it doesn't happen with Borderlands 4, but it's tough to say right now. And the last thing I have on my list for things I hate, and this is an overall game, is the open world. Any game that goes from a level base to like how Borderlands was before to an open world does not work out. I don't care for open worlds. I like if it's an RPG, I do care a little bit, but if it's established that it never was an open world, please do not go. Halo was a prime example of having great levels, maybe some misses here and there, to Infinite, having an open world, half-baked, undercooked, and just empty. To an extent, Borderlands 4's Kairos feels empty, and the fact that I have to drive from X to Y to Z to that guy to him over there to some other guy in the mountains is not entirely fun to me. But maybe I just would like just get to the enemies and not have to go through all the extra fluff. Maybe that's me, but those are the major things I hated with Borderlands 4. I just have some minor things I didn't use. in this game. So the first one is the big encore machines, where weekly they have some of the encore machines change to being more difficult. I don't know because I didn't bother to try them out. And then the other one here is the stat bonuses. When you go to the inventory, you got the little bonuses on the side of your character. I just don't know why, how, or why should I care about using them. Because they come from, I think, a machine that Zane introduces you at the end of the story, and I haven't used it since. Which also leads to the next thing is, I don't understand the point of Iridium. Now, someone is entirely more smarter than me on that front, but I don't know why Iridium is even in the game if I can't find a use for it. Because I'm sitting with, I think, about over 1,000 Iridium. Haven't used one. So, I don't know. I just didn't see any point in using these mechanics in the game, so that's what I got. The time has arrived for me to give my verdict on Borderlands 4 as a whole. One part of me wants to say this game absolutely sucks. And to a degree, I don't think I'm wrong, but with every bad game, there's always stuff I like about the game. Borderlands 4, of course, is no different. I'm just having a really hard time on what I think about the game because in part one of the review for Borderlands 4, I said this game was mediocre at best. And now I'm sitting below the mediocre threshold with everything with this game currently. I don't think sucks is the right word I'm looking for. I just think it's okay. And, of course, I don't know what the future looks like. I don't know what they're doing, what they're going to add. If they're just going to, just say, oh, whatever, we give up. But Borderlands 4, in my eyes, is a 5 out of 10 game for me. Because I do enjoy a lot of aspects of this game. I can't get over all the stupid little things that was done and things that didn't come back from Wonderlands and Borderlands 3, but what can you do? I mean, it's a $70 price tag. Am I right, guys? Am I right, acolytes? But the verdict is this game is okay. It's a 5 out of 10, and honestly, I just wait for this game to go on sale if it hasn't already, because you're not missing out on much currently. And I think that when this is going to come out, I think DLC 1 is already going to be out, so I think I'm going to do a whole review of the game after everything's all out and done, because I don't know currently. So, either way, my acolytes, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to know, what do you think about Borderlands 4? Was my verdict justified? Was it a little harsh? What do you think? So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon, my acolytes. Take care.